tried or started. Has anyone tried or not tried?
Uh, so I tried, sir, actually, like deploying an EC2 instance within an EC2 instance.
Try now. Okay.
Sir, is there any chances that while installing any dependencies, will the terminal get freeze?
For some time it will freeze. That is, that is the reason. Sometimes got freeze and all. Okay, so I told right, try changing duplicates to and duplicate sessions, creating that one. Sometimes got freeze actually. Still, you after freezing, you are able to launch it, right?
Sir?
After doing this particular configuration, are you able to do it or not? Like after
No,
creating.
EC2 instance was launched, sir, actually. Yeah,
Mm,
this assignment was successful. Yesterday's practical implementation. But
mm,
on Friday, the implementation, what it was given, it was
mm,
unsuccessful. For me, the terminal was freezing. And when I
mm,
tried to start and stop the EC2 instance over the console, it took
mm.
me around 10 minutes to start and stop the EC2 instance. That is the issue.
Is that,
Yes, sir.
that is
That's
something.
why I was like, yesterday I was asking you, sir, but you were in the hurry for the meeting.
Okay, show me what exactly it happened. As of now, you have that box with you.
Yes, sir. I have.
So show me quickly then. Mm,
It happens when I install that dependency, sir.
mm. Show me. Fine. So one more thing, late night we were seeing one issue, right? The people who both were in this batch as well as in those batch. Okay. So like there was one error is coming, right? For the repo to getting downloaded. So that is happening because there is a defect actually into AWS. So this kind of issues also happen. Okay. Sometimes what happen, issue to instance itself having an issues. That could be the problem. Okay. But how's the journey? Like enjoying? It's getting now more interesting with the projects and all. Hmm? Lalit Charan, I think you are in both of the places. So seeing the problem statements.
Actually, I
Yes,
have
sir.
tried to
Hmm.
do the chef automation. So yesterday you thought, right? So
What is it?
uh, I tried doing chef or chef tool, like installing the chef tool into my
Uh-huh.
server.
Uh,
So using Red Hat, so there was no dependencies. Already
Re-
it was all in the
Red Hat, but after
yes.
trying, so that is just for an installation, and it depends on which version you are doing it. I told right, every operating system will behave different. We never predict, right? We never say, and we cannot say that okay, this particular operating system is working, this particular operating system not working. When you release a mobile phone, right, you cannot say that okay, it is an Android, it should work, it should not work on this particular thing. Okay, you should be very what you call, on that notch where it is working. It's actually an issue from AWS front at the OS level. It does not have the like the correct support for this chef part, right? My terminal is also stuck in while instant. If I try to connect to the next, it's not coming. So who is this one? What's your name? I'm not able to read your name. XSS Charan Krupa. Okay. Fine. We will see once with the Charan box. On top notch, generally, if you guys have noticed, there is a package that is coming, lib expert package. So generally, it should not happen in this scenario because it is not a full-fledged clean installation, right? You are actually on top of an installation. You are doing the package part, right? Fine. But yeah, it's quite impressive. It's quite good that you guys are doing it very rigorously, and definitely you are learning something, which is at least a better part for the people who are doing very regular. Lalit, Charan, Krupa from the AWS batch, I think these are the people I have seen, and definitely you will do wonders in your future. Keep doing the way you are doing it. Fine, show me the package part now.
So the Splunk software has been installed in my Splunk directory under OPT, sir. The last step which I have to do is just install EPEL-release. So,
You got mute, Charan.
sir, like this is the last package which I want to install. I'm install EPL 5.
People hyphen release. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So there says, oh, sorry.
That package you are installing it because some of the packages are there into the CPL repository. That is like your let's say your Docker related or these kind of a packages you have to install. That's the reason. This is Amazon Linux, right?
No, sir, Red Hat. I have
This is
tried it
Red.
on Red Hat.
Okay. This is Red Hat. Fine. This project is on Red Hat, right?
Splunk. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's multiple projects, so I might be missing which project you are referring.
Sir, I have completed this project, sir.
Oh, great. You are able to see the UI?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely great. Very good. Charan, you do one thing.
Yes, sir.
This is T2.micro, right? The
Sir,
Yes,
institution.
sir.
why we are
C2.micro.
using this EPL here, sir?
This is a package actually. YAML install April release. This is a package
But
to
but we
uh,
didn't need to, sir, this EPL package, sir.
might be it is not needed. Maybe whenever Charan was doing some exploration, right? At that time
Yeah. Yes.
he might got have some details over there. So
Sir, do we have to install the package called XDR, XRDP?
Sir, this is not command, proper not command, sir. So this is why it's stuck.
mm, no, it's a proper command only. That is not an issue. The problem is that what is happening, it is actually lagging right now. Okay. This is YAML install EPL release is the right command itself. Charan, you do one thing, okay?
Yes,
For
sir.
an example, it is getting stuck over here. That is the thing you are doing it. But when you are trying to install the Splunk, are you seeing any dependency issue with respect to EPL release? If you are not seeing any
Uh,
dependency issue, listen first. If you are not seeing any dependency issue with respect to the EPL release based packages, then you don't require it. If it is needed, whatever your page following for deployment it, then in that case, like if something is getting failed, then you need it. Okay,
okay.
got it. So cross check one
S-
more time whether you are seeing this problem or not.
Sure. Sir, I
Okay.
have a doubt.
Go ahead.
What is the purpose of XRDP,
Hmm.
installing XRDP into
X,
the
installing XRDP means, for an example, you want to run the what we call your desktop where you want to install the where you want to treat your Linux machine as an window machine. So
Okay.
at that time you should be using it. Fine, that's the reason, and you should be having an accessibility for SSH also and RDP also. That's the major purpose of using XRDP. You can use XRDP, you can use Monitor, you can use any of the tools, uh, right? And I can give you some alternates also. Hmm, VNC is there, TeamViewer is there, AnyDex is there. So many things are there where it will give you, even though this one is there. See, if you see X11 forwarding in your Mobexam only, right? That can also help you to applicable to GUI application. Instead of running -i console, you can just running at the graphical user. So one session will open. So that these all things will be like these all things like will be in a form of what we call for the UI, graphical user interface. Clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're clear all with all the doubts?
Yes, sir. I'll try it after the class.
No,
Thank you, sir.
fine. Okay, come again, come with the Lalit. Yeah, now you share your screen, like where you have deployed. Show me.
I have deleted, but
Have you captured the screenshots?
1 minute, sir. I will check. Sir.
Whatever projects you guys are doing, captured into the files. That is required. Krupa, what is the problem when at what time you are getting while installing the packages? Which packages you are trying? Krupa, which is the particular package? Like for example, in this one, the package which Charan is tried at that time it got equal-release. But what in your case happening? Spend some time today to discuss actually. From last few days we were in continuously into this one. What about others? Mr. Venkat, how's things going on at your end? Are you able to like move over these parts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am trying to. Splunk is not working, sir.
Splunk is not working. What is the problem you have seen?
So I have installed Splunk software.
Okay.
Now I get the clarity, sir. I will do it once again.
Mm.
But yesterday class I did not understand, sir, how to create the EC2 instance by using mobile system.
Fine, fine, not an issue. I'll repeat it again. What
Yeah.
about you, Shramni? How things going on at your end? Shravani, apart from Koopa, there is one more person is there. What is your name? How things are going at your end? Because last few days we are properly in practicals only. So I did not getting time also to like see what exactly you guys are doing. To answer your question, Venkat, when you're deploying anything into, like for example, what we have done yesterday, we tried deploying an EC2 instance using CLI itself. Okay, and that CLI means a command line interface which actually help us to pass the keys and produce it. Okay, fine, that's the reason. Just one more point to add on, which I feel which is important to discuss. Like either it's Charan, either it's Lalit, or either it's into the DevOps classes also, which I have noticed. See, you have to understand one thing upfront. If someone is using something, okay, if someone is trying something, maybe something work for you may not be work for him. So whenever you are discussing these points, okay, you don't need to use this one. You don't need to tell in this way. This is just a business standard and a professional mannerism. I'll telling you. So you should be telling that, okay, like if you tried in this way, try my way, which I have tried. Let's see if it is working or not. So that way it will add on a conversation, because each person is doing their own research, right? So in a discussion, no one should be pointing that, okay, this is not required, that is not required. No, that is not the right way to mention your thing. Just mention, okay, this is work for me. I have tried this particular thing. I have not used this particular thing. I should go in this approach. Going forward also, when you join an organization, you will find people over there. Okay, so just on a basic part itself, you have to do it. Krupa, stop typing it. Just unmute it and tell it what exactly you are trying to say. Keep typing. It is reflecting. Let's tell which particular package you have installed. EPEL. Okay, and after that, what happened? Whatever. Have you tried any other approach? Fine. Lalit, were you able to find it or not quickly?
No, sir.
Could have find it. Oh, you could have. I told right to have always a document.
Okay, sir, I will create.
Fine, not an issue. Let's get started now. So create that document and share it, okay, into the group. So we'll see.
Okay, sir.
So now let's uh, now let's see what exactly we have. So from the bucket side, what exactly we have? We does not having a very major things to be discussed. That was already we discussed on that day. Some parts are there, which is like bucket versioning, which I can show you onto the cloud, and then we will start another topic that is called IAM. Okay, so let's say this is your bucket service, S3 bucket, S3 bucket, and under under this, my voice is not audible to you. Sir. Okay, fine, not an issue. So what exactly you will do? You will just create one bucket, and this bucket should be having all of the things. Let's say you can place files. So we can create folders over here like this way. Like we can create a folder. Let's say search. Let's say search, and then create a folder. Let's be creating a folder. Let's say again create a folder. Application, and then just pass it as create a folder. Let's again create a folder, and let's say binary file. Okay, create a folder. So what exactly this happen? This is just placing few things over here, and buckets is only something which you have to use as a placeholders. So whenever code or anything you are going to read it, if I'll find something for you quickly. Mm, where is that? Okay. uh, Whenever you are trying to put anything, so you just can upload also from here local. Okay, let's try something from local, add file, and let's say I want file key. Just upload it, the server key, and click on upload. So what exactly will happen? The files can be uploaded over here. So that is just a in a very layman scenario. If I'll say layman can be S3 can be used, one to upload the file, one is to send the data also. Some of the products when we talked about, for an example, let's say we were doing some scenario EC2. Okay, this is an EC2 instance, and let's say what exactly I am doing it. I'm using a product. It's a product. This particular product is installed into the bucket. this particular product is installed into the bucket. Fine. This is actually installed into this EC2 instances. Line product. Product installed in the bucket. I know it is very small coming, but this is some issue from this. I don't know this one because they started little bit part. Okay, fine. So this product is doing. So now what exactly it happened? This data is getting sending to another destination. So let's say S3 over there, simple storage over there. So what exactly it is there? I just created a placeholder. This placeholder is there under which I will be pushing the data. Here will be pushing the, here will be pushing the data. Okay, data can be of any type. It can be Avro, it can be Chef, any kind of data, whatever it is available, it can able to push it. Okay, so what exactly it happened? The data go here and there. So a very simple scenario means you cannot only use for uploading the things, you can do it for different. Now coming to this part, there is one section called bucket property. So whenever you are modifying it, it will create one bucket versioning. Means it will give you one version that okay, this is version 1, this is version 2, this is version 2, which you can enable, disable. What is that? After enabling bucket version, you might need to update the roof lines of an object. Okay, and you can do it. Just make it as what exactly to happen if the bucket functionality below are impacted. These all things is going to be changed for you. So let it make it as cancel. Okay, so it depends. For example, if I want to enable it, I can do it, not an issue. Fine. The most important in this section is your permissions. Whenever you are going to create a bucket, so as of now, what exactly we are doing over here is blocking the public access. Means what exactly it happened? Got logged out. Just a second. Okay. So what exactly it has happened? It is actually blocking the public address. What exactly it means? Means whatever is coming, definitely these buckets are out of the network is available. You can access it, you can upload it. But if an public access will be available, I can able to directly any person can able to access this bucket. So I don't want it. I just want to block the public access over this one. Just type a command confirm. That's all. And just pass it. Okay, that is one part. Okay, you should be blocking. You can define a bucket policy, which now the next topic we are going to talk about after this one, which is our IAM based policy, which we will deploy it and perform it. Okay, and then we should be having an object ownership, like we can specify which is ACL available, which is not ACL available, means NACL kind of a format we will be defining it. So from the buckets part, you won't find much more thing. It is quite simpler in a service space. Okay, you have to remember this part that okay, this is something is using on your regular basis of just creating a storage. That is something you have to remember it. Okay, so there is nothing much more in this part where we should be discussing a lot. There is something in a project wise also you won't find very major things over there. Small things you will find it. But I'll show you something on the project level how you can use it. I will definitely show that part. Okay, so let's delete it. Let's delete it and S3 system. Tomorrow I will show you something how to create it as a project part. Fine. So now, now let's move to the most important topic again, which is your IAM, which is your IAM. Dashboard. Okay. Let's move to the most important topic. So IAM, Identity Access Manager. Identity Access Manager. IAM refers to Identity Identity Access Manager. What exactly it means? Okay. It basically did not. It basically denotes a set of policies, a set of policies and technologies for ensuring ensuring that people in an organization having having the right set of permission. Now from here the things will be go more into R&D team. For an example, as of now, if you see over here, this is and root account. This is an root account. Okay. This particular mean this particular mean what exactly root account is all about. It means something which is available over here. Something which is all of the permissions are available over everything you can do it over here. There is nothing like you cannot do it. But do you really think organization really want in this way? The answer is no. Organization never want these things into this way. The AWS should not be look like this, whatever you are seeing it right now. Right? That is the reason only when you try to see at this screen, at the first screen when you come, there are two way of login. Okay. One in IAM user based login. Another one is a root user email based login. Root user means who have performed each task unrestricted access, whereas IAM user having a limited task to perform it. Let's see how exactly, what exactly I mean to tell over here. When it comes to IAM part, okay, what exactly it happened? There are many things coming. Okay, let's say the first part over there is, for example, I am an admin of the cloud. Admin cloud. I'm an admin of the cloud. And this admin of a cloud, there is a team of HR team who is using the cloud, monitoring team, monitoring team. Let's assume there is a developer team. Let's say testing team. Let's say there is a storage team, something like that. There are multiple teams are available over there, which all are working in this scenario. Right? What exactly it happened? I am going to create one IAM role for each person. How is it? Let's say there is one person where there is one team called Krupa. Let's say Krupa. She is working as a developer. She is working as a developer. So what exactly I'm going to do it in her scenario? I'm going to provide her So what exactly it is going to be happen in this particular scenario, that I will be going to perform some actions. I'm going to perform some actions with respect to her permissions. Let's say I know that she might need some services to use. She might need some services to use, okay, for her development. So let's say she might be needing EC2 instance service. So I should be allocating her EC2 full access from one. Okay. She might be needing S3 to use full access. Okay. She might be need to use VPC. So I should, but she is a developer. So let me, she is not setting the VPC. So I should give her VPC read access. Okay. On top notch, she might be needing, after that, let's say CFT based permission. Permission. Again, I will say like, okay, some perm needed. So what exactly it means? It means whatever the permissions I'm going to allocate it, now I'm going to allocate on the basis of her role, which I'm going to create it. Similarly, let's assume this is Krupa, a developer who is doing it. So this for her, this is one policy I have created it, right? This is the policy I have created it. Now let's see, there is another developer. Let's assume it is Lalit. Now, what exactly Lalit is doing? Lalit is also developer too. Lalit is also developer too. And he requested that, okay, I also need some permissions. I look, okay. But as of now, I'm talking about attach policy directly. Attach policy directly. What exactly it means when I say attach policy directly means, which is no need to customize, nothing need to perform it, just go directly from the user or from the cloud itself. So here what I'll do to Lalit, for example, he need a permission on security hub. Like, okay, I need security hub full access. I'm like, okay, you can take security hub full access. Then he's telling that, okay, I need a Lambda function access. Lambda function access. I'm like, okay, you can take Lambda function access also. Then he's telling that, okay, I might be needing the CloudWatch actions. Like, okay, CloudWatch also, you can take it full access to read and validate the data. Then he's telling that, okay, I might be needing a route 53 access. I'm like, okay, route 53 access is also granted. So now developers are, or any role will be there who is reaching to the administrator for any set of permissions, whatever now they need. In an organization, the accounts are of 2-3 different ways. The first account is root user account, which having all set of permissions, all set of permissions. Then you should be having another user called as administrator account, administrator account, who is again having some set of permissions, some set of permissions. Then you have another is called federated account, which having again some set of permissions. So what exactly it means? There are n number of users who perform differently. Now you have to understand thing and as a scenario, when we being working into this kind of a window of a lot of things is happening. If HR team is there, so they don't need to worry about VPC, they don't need to worry about anything. They just want, let's say, EC2 dashboard. So I should be giving them only a root access, only a read access for this thing, read access for this thing, right? So now what I started till now, what exactly I was doing, I was giving them a full account, okay, the full account over there. But now I started restricting them to use my account in a full-fledged process. The reason why I'm doing it, because I know that okay, this thing, this particular account, if I have given to someone, they might can be use it in a very different way. They might can expose few things, and they might just like break these all things. So that's the reason I'm not going to provide them anything. Okay, so that is the first thing you have to understand. Now, what exactly happened whenever we are trying to log in for the first time? When when we logged in for the first time, after creating an account, within sign in identity, it means we are having an access of all the resources or all the resources. As of now, when you are logging as a root, you are accessing everything. But but it should be it should be validated by your root username and password. Okay. So every time whatever you are doing it, that you are entering this one, and from AWS itself, the recommendation is that don't use root account or administrator account. Assume whatever you have learned till now. Now AWS denied your part. AWS directly telling that, boss, you don't have to do this way. Nothing you have to do in this way. The reason why, if you do in this way, it means you are doing something at the on stake. You are doing something on the on stake. Then you might have a question, sir, if we are not going to do in this way, then what is the thing we have to do? How we can do it? So in that particular scenario, you should be having an IAM account. You should be having an IAM account to be created or IAM user to be created. Means now Ranjit is a root user. He got a project, let's say for example, Splunk project. He got it. He while going through this research, he found that okay, I might be needing this set of permissions only for deploying it. Okay, while doing this part, let's say he is going over here and he see that okay, I might be needing selected services. I might be needing selected services to use it. But do I really need to see everything? Or for an example, if I am a lead in any organization and under me 30 people are working, do I really need to give them whole permission? What do you think, Charan? What do you think? For example, you work for any organization and you are a tech lead over there and you're given a
No,
task to solve. So definitely you don't want, right? In that particular scenario, you were knowing it that okay, the project have been given. I know he needs some services only to use it. Why I should give him the complete account access, right? So for example, if my home a security guard is standing outside who is keep checking for my home. So I should be giving him a place to sit over there, but I won't be allowing him to enter it until unless it is not required. I should be having accessibility for one place only, right? So the main thing is that you are now started restricting to this one, and rest of the things cannot be performed. Let's say what exactly I mean to say it. So let's take as an understand as a scenario. For an example, there is an instance is available right now. Okay, there is an instance. This is an instance is running, which is as of now in a stop stage. Okay, fine. As an example, let's say what I'll do, I'll just go over IAM and I'll just click on IAM. I'll just go on IAM. Okay, after going to IAM screen, what I will do, I'll go to users and I'll create one user over here. I'll say that is Ranjit clone user. Okay, and I said okay, I'll provide him the console access also to perform it. Okay. And then I want to create an IAM user as of now. I want to create an IAM user as of now. And I want to use a custom password for him. Custom password, let's say, I'll give a password as a welcome@dm1n. This is the password I have created. Same password I have created. And I don't want him to create a new password again at the next sign in. Let's make it as false. Okay. And I'll just go on to the next. Okay. Now what exactly it is telling that, okay, you can add user to the group. You can copy the permission or you can attach policy. We will talk about all these aspects. But as of now, let's say attach policy directly. Now what I'll do, I want this user to perform some action for EC2 only. I just want him as a scenario. You have created a Splunk dashboard. So definitely in a Splunk, you have things. So I just want him to monitor what exactly it is happening. I cannot allow him to change anything. So what I'll do, I'll just give him a EC2 read-only access. Let's say whatever it is there, he having a read-only access and click on next. After that, what exactly I'll do it, I'll just say create user. So remember this permission, I have given him just only read-only access and create user. What exactly it happened? After that, it created something and it given me a console URL, something like this. If you see console, you are in a root user, it's purely different. And if you see in a IAM based user, it is something different. So I'm like, okay, download the file and see what exactly you are getting. So once you download it, let's go over here and just open the user credentials and just access it. So once you open over here, you will get a username, you will get a password, you will get a console sign in over here. Okay, let's just copy it. Let's just copy it and go to the browser. Just copy it and go to the browser and enter and enter. What exactly it is telling now that, okay, this is your account ID. Okay, whatever we have just now got it from here, 142150. Okay, this is your account ID which you can match it from here also. It's got logout because we are on the same screen. So this is an account ID. Okay, then it is telling, okay, boss, enter your IAM username. So my username is Ranjit clone user. Okay, generally you should not maintain underscore. I just make it underscore to make you understand. Like, okay, pass it. And it is like, okay, pass me the password for your user. So like, okay, welcome at the rate DM1N. So like, okay, welcome at the rate DM1N. Okay, once I pass all these things, click on sign in. Now, after clicking the sign in, you will see a similar like of scenario, similar screen. But this time it is not Ranjit's any original account. It is a Ranjit clone user account for this one. Okay, Ranjit clone account of this one. Let's say, so I have given him a permission to read only access. So if it is a read only access, what it he is able to perform anything or not. Let's try to start it. Let's try to start it. If you see over here, after selecting now, I'm not able to, when you start it, I'm not able to start the instance itself. What is there? You are not authorized to perform an operation because Ranjit clone user does not have the right set of the permission to do it. Either you can allow the EC2 instances action, which you can perform it. So now what happened? Now I started restricting my account. In a real world, in a tech world, the work can be done by this way only. The work can be done by this way only. Means if I try to restrict any user now by creating, for an example, you are sitting on the top, you as an admin sitting on the top, and under you there are multiple business unit is working. Business unit 1, business unit 2, business unit 3, business unit 4, business unit 5, business unit 6. If many business units are working, now you are sitting on the top of them and you are trying to see what exactly they are doing. It now it's your responsibility. Like you have to understand their project in a way better, and you only will create an IAM user or you will be restricting them what to do, what not to do. It is the huge responsibility on the administrator team. But what it is going to be do in a similar way, like just passing EC2 read access, EC2 full access, it is going it? The answer is no. In that particular scenario, you should be writing the inline policies or creation of policies which you will do and create it. Okay, but that will say later once we complete this part. So now for an example, if I'll go over here and I'll try to see, okay, launch instance, I'll see, let's see whether I can able to do or not, or any errors are coming. So let's say, I am deploying. Let's say this is something I'm trying to do it. And the permission is like, okay, Amazon Linux read only, key pair, it's, let's say, let's use something existing. Okay, make it added, make it subnet, make it enable, select existing, let's take it morning, AWS batch or default, whatever, and just try to click launch instance. So once you start doing this thing, what again it is showing that you are not allowed. It means when you are defining a limited permission to the account or limited things onto this particular program, you will see a lot of these kind of statements over there. That way the IAM will work. So now whatever till now you are doing a project, right now you are doing as a root user, now we will be go or more advancement where our projects will start working on to the IAM based policies. So you have to keep in the mind that, okay, what kind of a permissions, what kind of a policy I will be needing for my user to deploy this particular project. Let's assume as an example, for an example, you want to do a Splunk project which you have to do. So you notice down what all services are there, but in that services you have to define first, okay, that okay, what all things I will be needing it. So it's like a pre-homework you have to do it for your user to perform all the actions. So let's say switch role is working over here. No, it is not working as of now. So now assume from here you should be going in a scenario based where you should be going to be more exploratory on that part, right? So that way things will go further. Even though yesterday also we seen, right, something on to the this place, what we call the if you have noticed yesterday class, I have also used security credential. But that security credentials I have used, that is I have used for the root account, right? That is I have used a root account. But now whenever we are going to create this security, this one, this is access key, which I have created root account. So that's the reason what it showed. Root user keys are not recommended, though it cannot be even in an IAM user also. It can, you might get a same warning. Let's show for example, if it is a Ranjit clone user, I'll go over there, and over here if you see security credentials again, here also you can create an access keys. Okay, what exactly it is showing? Access key best practice and alternate. So what we have to do, yesterday we used command line interface. So here also he is recommending, boss, you should use AWS Cloud Shell or you should use AWS CLI version 2 and enable authentication through the enable. Generally, we are doing this only. We are actually doing this only. And clicking on next, I understand. And clicking on next, we'll just say test. And just if I'll say create access key, so what it'll do, it will just create an access key. This is for the user, and this user does not have any permission. This particular user, Ranjit clone user, which we have created, even though if you try to access anything, it will just throw us an error that, okay, this is not the right thing. So as of now, we don't want it. So let's deactivate it. But when you do again something over here, so you will be producing in a similar way. So now you will be moving more towards in a research part where you will be trying it to define it more and more actions. Fine. So this is just an introductory start for an IAM user. I'm not going much more detail today to discuss. You will have something to discuss on this part. You will try to perform few things. So, and you can see what all actions we can perform in an IAM based configurations. Okay. Any further doubts on this one? Any further doubts on this one? Fine. So this is pretty much for today. Okay. Please complete the project, which is for the Splunk, and then we can see furtherly. Okay, Lalit, should you share that screenshots once you are done it. Shares as a form
Okay.
of screenshot only. I just want as a screenshot. Okay. So drop it
Okay.
into the chat. Fine. Thank you, everyone.